Hi everybody, Kirk is here. Welcome to the Doghouse. It's Friday, 5 o'clock, and we're here as part of Paul Caseman's Topical Radio Show on Microbrew Radio. Microbrew Radio is Burton-on-Trent's newest community radio station, and we're really pleased to be part of it. Okay, on this week's show, we feature a graduate of the Birmingham Ormiston Academy and London College of Music. This female artist has already released over a dozen singles, and with the support of Ollie Murs, sang her way through to the knockout stages of ITV's The Voice show. We're delighted this week to have on the show our very own local superstar, Miss Independent, Kirby Frost. And joining Kirby is Adam, her manager, and he's also creator of Burton-on-Trent based View My Gig and VMG Sounds. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Hi.
Yeah, good mate. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing reasonably well, despite the situation at the minute. How about you guys, okay?
Yeah, it's a crazy time, isn't it, at the minute? And everything's on hold, especially in the music industry. But things like this keep us going, Paul, so appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely no problem, Adam. So we've got Adam with us. Say hi, Adam. There you go. And, of course, Kirby.
Hi.
Fantastic. So Kirby, anyway, back end of 2020, there was quite a few releases quite quickly. Amazing sort of tracks, Little Obsessed, Runaway.
Thank you.
To end the year, really strong. But before we do, what I want to do today is sort of talk about where you've come from and sort of where you aim to be getting in the future. So I want to go back to start with and just talk to you a little bit when you, as you were a young girl growing up.
Yep.
And sort of,
Yep.
not so long for you, but probably sorry, not so long for me, but probably a lifetime for yourself, obviously. So when you're small, what kind of in your household, if you like? So what were your earliest memories of being sort of exposed to music and stuff like that?
I just remember from like even what my family members have always told me, I just loved to perform and for people to watch what I was doing. And I used to just like sing and dance all the time and be like, watch what I'm doing, like watch. And that's like what I remember.
So did you get much? Sorry, Adam.
Sorry, I was just going to say that's a bit like your TikTok account, Kirby, at the minute.
Yeah.
So did you get much opportunity to perform as a youngster, sort of young school?
Not really when I was younger, but probably as I got to like secondary school, I did a lot more performing. As I decided to give it a go and just try. And yeah, that's where it really started.
I think it was William Allett, wasn't it, over in Swadlincote? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I know quite a few people that were sort of really embrace music as a subject and performing arts that actually went to that school. So I think they've got some great facilities at William Allett.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. What about sort of early music inspiration? So what came to you kind of first as a youngster? Can you remember what you used to sing and champion?
Well, when I was really young, this is what like my family tells me. I used to sing that "You Can Make Me Whole Again." That used to be like my performance song with like a wig on, and I'd have like a microphone, and that'd be like my go-to. But as I've got older, my main musical like influence in how I like to associate my music now would be like Jessie J. She was who I've really looked up to forever.
Fantastic. Yeah, great artist in her own right, Jessie J.
Yeah, definitely.
Adam, so how did you get to meet Adam? Because you've been sort of together as a management team a little while. So how did that come about?
Shall I tell that little story, Kirby?
Go on.
And then you can jump in if you want.
And I'll shout at you.
Right, so it was the end of 2015. I was doing a gig in Burton with Jake Quickenden. Shout out to Jake if he's listening. He's a bit busy, that lad, in a minute. And then Kirby came up to me and whilst I was quite busy, and goes, "Oh, I'm a singer. Can you check out one of my videos?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And then sort of walked off because I was quite busy.
Rude.
This offended Kirby, which she's told me now, because apparently I was quite rude on the night, even though I was a busy boy.
You were just busy.
I was busy. I was working.
I get it now.
But I did listen to. I think it was an open mic performance the national competition, and that's when I first saw Kirby singing, sort of in a live scenario. It wasn't live, obviously, I wasn't there, but on the actual video. And then when I found out she was from Swad, I thought, see if I can get her some gigs, and that's really how it started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you got gigging. So what sort of gigs in the early days sort of stand out, and how did you feel about performing? First off, was it to a big audience?
Well, when I first performed, I was just awful. I was just so nervous. It's crazy, really, how nerve-wracking it actually is to be standing in front of people. And when you're so young, you feel judged anyway in like everything you do. And the fact that people are judging you on something that like you want to be really good at, but you might not be the best yet, but you want to get better. And it's just a very like surreal feeling of like nerves, really.
I mean, from my point of view, I remember it really well because it was the first time I saw Kirby singing live. So Kirby was only 16. I took her and a mum to Manchester where Kirby opened the show for, was it Tom Manoff Stereo Kicks? Was it that gig or one of the Stereo Kicks?
Yeah, it was one of the Stereo Kicks.
Yeah. So Kirby's gone from basically watching these people on the X Factor and liking them to sort of performing in the gig with them.
Which was crazy, which was mind-blowing to me.
She was very nervous, and she didn't do much moving about on the stage.
I was very like, this one to like.
But vocally, she was brilliant, especially for 16. So that was just the start of the journey, really.
Fantastic. I think whatever you're doing, if you put in front of people, you kind of, it's natural to feel nervous. And I get, do you still feel it now? It definitely doesn't come across.
No.
I still definitely feel it, but I've learned to like cope with it a lot more. The worst I ever felt was at the Stone Lights. That was one of the worst I've ever felt.
That was probably one of the biggest gigs you did, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was when I was younger as well.
Yeah, you was only 16.
He came in going, "Oh my God, there's thousands of people here. You can't even see the back of the audience." I was like, "Thanks, thanks." Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't come across in the performance like Adam said. I'm sure you're fantastic. So, we mentioned like early when you were younger, and again at 16, you put a single out, Head versus Heart.
Yeah.
That actually released number 9 in the US in their sort of pop charts, which is absolutely incredible.
Crazy, yeah.
Adam, how did that come about?
Well, basically, when I first started working with Kirby, she wasn't writing any of her own stuff. And I just sort of went on the internet and had a look for original songs that had already been written and produced that you can buy the license for. So I found Head versus Heart, showed it Kirby, she liked it. It's not something she would do now, but when she was 16, she was like, "Oh yeah,
absolutely loved it.
This is brilliant." Paid for the license and got it recorded and then sent it off. And that's really how the sort of the original artist Kirby started. But then obviously as she's progressed, she writes all her own songs now. So that was the only one. Yeah, that was the only one we've released that she hasn't written, but obviously that was when she was 16.
Absolutely, and that the writer Michael J. So he's written some great stuff.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah, very well known. Yeah.
I know. I think. Toy Soldiers. Yeah. So that was a hit for Eminem, but also back to like 20 years before that, it was a hit for a girl called Martika. So that's probably one people will remember. But Celine Dion, Kylie Minogue,
got some
great pedigree.
Crazy, really, isn't it? It's mental.
Head versus Heart's a great song and a great cool video as well. Riding around in Mercedes cars.
I was living my best life.
Almost when she was 16, she was thinking, "What's going on here?"
Yeah, loving it. So at this point, as a 16-year-old, you'd already performed to thousands, and you'd got a single out, number 9 in the US pop charts, and flying, absolutely brilliant.
You got a hold on me, anyone can see that this is tearing me apart. It's the battleground, but I don't feel it now, and there's no way to play it smart. When it's head versus hold on me, anyone can see versus heart. It's head versus heart.
And then a few months after that, you got an opportunity on The Voice TV show.
Yes.
Incredible. Again, there's got to be a story behind that. Do you want to tell us about that?
Well, that was just a ridiculous experience, really. It's something that 17-year-old doesn't get to do every day. Like, it's just not normal. No, it was absolutely amazing, and I definitely recommend for anyone who's thinking about it to just do it.
I think, I mean, I'm loving The Voice on TV at the minute. It's a great show. And I think that,
Yeah.
you know, all the artists on there, you know, they've gone through the process, and they're clearly, there's no sort of embarrassing performances. They're all
Yeah.
excellent
Oh,
performances.
definitely,
They
yeah.
wouldn't get a blind audition if they weren't up to a high standard. And that's a testament to anybody who applies to get on there and gets on the show, because it's such a high bar.
It's very genuine, I think. It's a lot more genuine than a lot of the other shows.
Yeah.
Definitely a good one for people who want to be taken a bit more seriously, I'd say.
So what's the audition process? Where does it start? Obviously, an application.
Well, I didn't actually apply. I got scouted. Well, through like with Adam. I got scouted, and then it just kind of went from there. We went to ITV. I did like my audition. I had some vocal coaching, and that was it, really, wasn't it? Did some rehearsals, and then on the show I was.
Was that over a short period of time, or did they get you back a couple of times before they put you in front of the cameras?
It was a long period of time, really, because it was from like the May to the first audition being in the October.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was quite a long.
I think you had to go
time.
back 3 times, didn't you?
Yeah, there was all different things and.
Yeah, you had to go twice to sing to the producers before you was even selected to get a blind audition, and then it was just a waiting game for both of us to see if you could get one.
You go and they check about like if you're mentally capable to be on a show like that as well, and you do a lot of stuff like that, which I think is really, really good that they check for things like that.
I think so. Yeah, definitely. It's really good to do. It sounds like anyway they've got a great setup, and as you've already said, they look after you.
Oh, definitely.
And the coaching's great, I guess.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, the backroom staff from The Voice are unbelievable. Like the vocal coaches. I mean, Kirby's the one who's worked with them, but obviously I was quite close in with Kirby when she was doing it. But all the staff, even the coaches themselves, the whole program was very good. It was a very good experience for both of us.
So as regards to material you performed on the show, did you choose that, or were you given it?
Well, the first song, we were given like 12 songs that we could pick. We could pick any 12 songs in the world that we wanted. And it got cut down and cut down and cut down until they chose which song they thought would fit best, really. But in the other 2 rounds that I did, they weren't picked. They were all picked by Ollie. So yeah.
Brilliant. And obviously you were part of Team Ollie through the programme.
Yes.
But before you went on and performed, you're probably at home thinking about, will I get picked? If I get picked, who's going to choose me? Panel of 4 people there. Did you have it in your head? Did you think beforehand if you get to choose from everyone, you were picked?
Yeah, well, I Ollie wasn't the one I was originally going to pick, but it was just it was one of that. It was weird. It was so quick. I can't even remember what was happening. I can't remember anything. But I just remember that I wanted to pick Will, but I just couldn't pick him. Something came over me and was like, no, pick Ollie. And I just like that said I wanted to go on Team Ollie. And I'm so glad I did.
Because you had Ollie turned, yeah? Tom Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then...
And Will.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I would have thought you'd have gone down the Will route, especially sort of the material that's come since, self-written.
Yeah. I got a lot of people online saying that I should have gone with Will, and why didn't you go with Will? You should have gone with Will, and everyone I knew was like, you should have gone with Will, but I definitely 100% made the right choice.
Ollie must have made a great pitch.
Yeah, he did.
Brilliant. Any regrets on Team Ollie? You made the right choice?
I'd say so, yeah. I'm really happy with the experience. Like, I genuinely wouldn't change anything really, except for my audition song because it's absolutely awful.
Kirby's very critical of herself, but I actually love that audition song. I thought it was brilliant. Bear in mind, she was only 17.
I was just an emotional wreck. That's the whole problem. I was so emotional and nervous that I couldn't do the best that I wanted to.
I think anybody would struggle under them circumstances. I mean, just briefly, we've been there literally all day from 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sure it was about 9 o'clock at night when Kirby's Blind audition was on. So you imagine, I mean, I was nervous, and I ain't got to go out there and sing to anybody. So I know you're critical of yourself, Kirby, but what you achieved with that Blind audition was unbelievable, really. At 17.
I think
it's as well.
Fantastic achievement, and I think you didn't just perform other people's songs; you put your own stamp on it, and delivered it in a way you wanted to deliver it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'd thought you were great on that show, and you went a long way. You went a long way in it. So, through 3 rounds, fantastic to get into that show. It's brilliant.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. So looking back on that as sort of the whole thing, the whole experience, no regrets then? All good?
No, I wouldn't say no.
Good.
It's a great platform at the end of the day, isn't it? And it's what you do afterwards, the important thing. I mean, I know a lot of people have been on these sorts of shows, and you get that massive high when you've been on it, and then it's what you do with your time afterwards is the important thing. And luckily, Kirby had the right sort of attitude to knuckle down and write some music, and that's probably leading into one of your other questions, Paul.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, when did that happen? Was it March time for you, the voice?
Yeah.
Or it went out in March time?
Yeah.
And then straight after that, pretty much, you released your first, you wrote and recorded and then released your first EP.
Within 3 months. Yeah.
5 tracks within 3 months. Absolutely fantastic. Miss Independent as well, which perfectly sums you up with the attitude. It's brilliant. Some fantastic songs on there. Standouts for me, I Don't Need You. I think, the sound on that, it's a bit like a holiday feel.
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty cool, yeah. It's a great song.
Hold that, I forgot the way you have my back. I told you when I lost track, and on that day you come back. I hate that you are cool, that little smile you use when you would wanna be with me. When you would wanna be with me. I got a feeling running through my bones. I don't wanna need you, I'ma be alone. How do you change the way you feel when this feeling's pretty real? I got a feeling running through my bones. I don't wanna need you, I'ma be alone. How do you change the way you feel? I know I don't need you.
And you filled a space as well. I love that song.
Oh, and me. That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, it's a brilliant song, and there's a great the video on YouTube, fantastic as well. So the animated.
Yeah. I got that as a present from Adam.
Did you? Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Brilliant song.
One of Kirby's friends did the animation for it.
Talking to you every single night on the phone. I never wanna let you go, but you gotta go home. Yeah, but you never go home. But you take my love, you twist, you lie, but all you do is lie and fake this deep into my eyes. You are the monster that found a way to my heart, 'cause you fill the space. Yeah.
The listeners today, if they've not checked that EP out, it's absolutely fantastic. Miss Independent, Kirby, here she is. We've got her live on the Doghouse, which is fantastic. On Microbrew Radio. It's great to have you on. Yeah, brilliant. So after that, I know you performed in the summer at the Ozfest after that came out, which was fantastic to have you. And we're lucky again to have you the following year when you released another EP. Again, off the back of Miss Independent, a Real Talk EP, which, again, the songwriting, is fantastic, as well as
Thank you.
the finished song. But I think the standout songwriting that you're writing, the sort of maturity and the way the songs put together are fantastic. So fantastic.
thank
Definitely
you.
is.
And again, 5 great songs, 5 more brilliant songs. And I know one of them, "So Cool," was like BBC championed that, didn't they?
Yeah,
Track
that
of the
was
Week,
Yeah. So I know they played it, and then they made it record of the week.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And you got a video of that?
Yeah, we recorded that one. That was amazing to record, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
video for that. It was so fun.
Didn't even try to be discreet. Boy, you really had the cheek. You were gonna cheat on me. Yeah, didn't have a place for me. I finally see that this was no good for me. Yeah. Do not think that just because you're bad, you ain't that cool, though. I think it's sad because this is how you look, bro. You think that you look so cool, always being with someone new. So cool.
And again, that's all done sort of Team Kirby. That's done in house.
Yeah,
So
it's
you-
basically me and Adam. We do absolutely everything, just the two of us, really, don't we? We
Yeah,
don't.
the So
Yeah.
Cool video was, we worked with another girl. She was the one who did the Head versus Heart video.
Yeah.
Jessie Hawkes, lovely girl, very talented. But obviously we've had to sort of adapt because of what's going on with the coronavirus. So me and Kirby do all our own videos now, record them and edit them, and the last 2 have both been done by us. Which is good.
Brilliant. Also on that AP, "Mess to You." So that's the video to that. Anyway, is a grown up Kirby, very
Yeah.
serious, straight piano.
It's your mum's
Yeah.
favourite song, isn't it?
Yeah, and my dad's.
Yeah. Hey,
My
I can relate,
favourite.
I can relate to that. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna try to keep myself right away from you. I'm so crazy over you. My heart is tattooed, and I'm crying on your chest, faking on the best. I guess I'm just a mess to you. I never knew what to do when it was just me and you. I'm holding my last breath. You treat me like a test. I guess I'm just a mess to you.
So out of that AP, which sort of you said about "I Feel the Space" on Miss Independent before Real Talk, which are the standout songs for yourself as regards overall songwriting or things that personally?
I would say "Mess to You" because I remember when I wrote it, I just couldn't believe I'd written it, because it meant a lot, if you know what I mean. And I was like, well, how have I got here? How have I managed to get everything out in a song that was so personal? And that was the first one really that was really personal. So yeah, that's probably one of my favorites that I've done. And I do love "Back to Me."
Yeah,
I love that. Love that one.
absolutely. They're just 3 of the 5 songs on the EP. It's fantastic. Real Talk EP. It's brilliant. So let's talk about the crazy year we've just had then, 2020. So I know through Adam's other work, View My Gig. He's wearing the T-shirt today. So there was a big show anyway. The Burton Town Brewery.
Yeah.
The start of the year. So tell us about that, Adam, and what you were wanting to set up there as a gig and going through the year. Unfortunately, never happened, but.
Yeah, I mean, it was View My Gig had a break for about 3 years for many reasons. Me and Kirby became partners in the company, and we said let's get the live music events back out in Burton. So we did 2 in the December 2019, both sold out. We did one end of February, which was the last one we did, February the 29th, 2020. That sold out. And we was due to do a full weekend. That's
right.
Which was going to be 3 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. loads of acts, loads of bands on, but unfortunately, all that got cancelled like everything else did.
It did. It did.
Rubbish.
That already was a great thing for Burton on Trent. Not just all the people sold out, two sold out shows. That's no mean feat. But for the artists as well, that kind of things I do. You know, a lot of it's about getting the right artists in and supporting the local music scene as well. So it's
yeah, that's
great.
what we were trying to do, really. Just it's not money making exercise.
Yeah,
just to get people out, get people a good gig experience with a good sort of energetic audience watching, and we achieved that in them first 3 gigs.
They were brilliant, weren't they?
I would say they were the best gigs I've ever done. Them 3, without a doubt. Really looking forward to the weekend, but health's more important at the minute.
It was. I know I had a March show as well in Burton on Trent, and that had to go as well. So it's great. You know, maybe not everybody watching knows there's a good music scene around the local area, and in particular Burton on Trent. Yeah.
When you dig into it, the amount of quality sort of independent artists, bands, sort of Burton, Derby, sort of the East Midlands area, it's unbelievable, really. Strong area.
It is, absolutely. Then we went into lockdown, and I started doing this doghouse thing. With the light. We all got, so what can we do now? So I went with supporting that kind of thing, local musicians and streaming performers from around the local area. And Kirby, you were on one of those shows quite early on. In fact, you were on our first show. We messed you, which was a pre-record, but then we managed to get you in to do a fantastic live set on the Doghouse, which would have been back in April. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've done a lot of stuff this year. Not gone far, but we've been through a lot. And you're amazing. But shortly after that, Kirby, you kind of put a few things out on your socials. I think you're a bit overwhelmed. You were like, "That's it. I'm having a break. I'm done."
Yeah.
Well, I'm not done, but you know. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, about how you were feeling? Was it frustration or?
Yeah, well, it was just I think everything had got to a point where I couldn't really see anything moving, and like my mind wasn't in the music anymore. It was just, I was just depressed, really, and unhappy with what I was doing, and I just wanted to like get rid of it and make sure that is still what I wanted to do. So like, if it's taken away, do I still want to bring it back? And it proved massively that I did. But it definitely helped just to get away from seeing everything that's on social media and looking at what everybody else is doing, because I just needed some time to get back to myself, to be myself again.
I think even, you know, for someone like myself, you know, I feel sometimes pressure, and so a number of things. You expose yourself to media, to social media. It's a great platform to do things and read things, but sometimes, even if it's just not what you're posting but what you're seeing, but then there's kind of like, I'm trying to do this in the local area, or you're trying to build yourself up as an artist, and it can become a little bit overwhelming sometimes, trying to like, I'm here, and you've had these great, you know, releases, and it's trying to reach people you've not reached before.
Yeah, I think it's like getting
quite overwhelming.
Where you get quite hard on yourself, and you think, well, I did this then, so I now need to do better, and I need to do this, needs to go up, I need to go up. When really, in a pandemic, and when you can't leave your house, and there's not that much that is actually achievable. And I think it was hard to get my head round that it's okay to not reach a new target for like a couple of months, because you can't reach it. So let it be and do it when you can. I think that's what I had to tell myself.
I think, I think it's affected everyone in some way over time during the pandemic, absolutely. But you responded in the most amazing way. So, you know, the back end of the year, you must were the releases, were they already written, or was it something like going through that lockdown and that sort of mental state that you just put the material that you released at the back part of the year?
Yeah, well, it was Well, Runaway, I started writing that before the lockdown, but it was just like bits of the song that I had ideas for, and because I was feeling that way before the lockdown, and I kind of pushed it to the side. I was like, I don't really want anyone to know about that. No one's interested. And then it got to when we was in the lockdown, and I was like, right, people will be interested because a lot of people are feeling this way. So we all feel this. We're all feeling the same way. So that's what kind of made me think that it's okay to say how I felt. So I finished it during the lockdown.
Brilliant. And then
you actually wrote 5 songs in lockdown, which is
Yeah. Well, I've written so many this lockdown. But yeah, we recorded 5, didn't we? And and
we've
I
recorded
just can't
5.
wait. I can't wait for the next
2 are released. There's
3
three more radio ready to go out. So
awesome. So you've released first one I recall was Back to Me with another
re-release
artist called
Back to Me was on the Real Talk EP. So we did a re-release with a young artist Kanda, who's a singer-songwriter, rapper from Coventry. So we got him on the track, and it sort of reinvented it and made it sound loads better than it already was. So
brilliant. And you shot the video locally?
Yeah. That's my favourite video. Runaway.
Yeah,
I think
it was so
people say
fun.
Runaway is her favourite video, but for me, I think Back to Me.
Did you ever come back? Looking from afar, only talking when you waste. I know you're hurting, but I see it all the time. I'm immune and it cuts me up. Bad to me. Bad to me. Bad to me. I see that you're fed, don't think you're coming back to me.
Now she wanna phone back, let me set it straight. We had a bad time, now she guessing on my name. Too many devils, man, I see it in the face. Like she wanna play, but I'm the king of the game. Rising to the top, now they watching me. Give me tears and you'll see me on a TV screen. You took everything I had, you know I think it's kinda mad that you wanna come back to me.
Has dragged me down. Real talk, but I never show up front. Do you feeling bad for you? I got feelings too, but you don't care, do you? Take everything I had. You call yourself a man. Leave me feeling blank. I see that you're fake. Don't think you're coming back to me.
And then after that, very quickly after that, Runaway came out. What's the story behind that, Kirby? Is it something personal?
Yeah, it was just like how I felt and wanting to run away from music, basically. That's what it meant to me. And that's why in the video we tried to get it. I don't know if you've seen the video, but it's quite we tried to get a story across about showing a picture of me doing the performing, and then I decided to pack it away in a suitcase and run away to somewhere new. And then I decided during like the running away part that isn't actually what I want to do, and I want to go back. And then that's kind of what we tried to do with the video and bring it back to the room at the end and put the picture back up and say,
I think it's summed up perfectly how you were feeling when you had that bit of a break from social media, wasn't it? We tried to get as much in about how you were feeling during that time into that video, and I think again with the limited resources and budget we was able to do that.
Trying so hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Always wanna get it right, but I know that I gotta struggle. Never wanna stop the grind, but sometimes I gotta take my own advice. Not always feeling okay, but that's alright. Sitting on my own all day, questioning my life. I ain't gonna forget what made me feel so high, no. But I ain't gonna keep going strong until I die. I'm not giving up 'cause I don't wanna run away till tomorrow, baby. Leaving my yesterday in the past. Don't wanna find a way, make it last. I don't wanna run away.
I think the quality of the music, and well, we spoke about the lyrics, but as a recording, so have you across all your material is second to none. So have you built a relationship up with different people, or one specific team of production engineers to put your music sort of down together?
Yeah, we've always recorded at a venue called Unit 9. Shout out to Dom, Alfie, and Jamie, because they're going through a bit of tough time at the minute because of the closure of the lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've worked with them since 2016. So Head vs Heart was recorded there. Both EPs and all the new material was recorded there. We always use the same recorder mixer, which is Alfie V. He's done a couple of remixes on Kirby's tracks. Great working relationship with him. He gets Kirby gets him. It's quite an easy process when we go there. It's unbelievable, really. And then there's also last shout out for Amari, who's produced 3 of Kirby's songs, Fight and You Feel the Space off Miss Independent, and Kirby's next single is one that they've done together called Time Waster, which is going to be out hopefully in February. But we haven't decided on the exact date yet.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah,
At the end of last year, you even managed to squeeze another release, Little Obsessed.
Yes.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So, the back end of that last year, as regards materials and creative juices, if you like, you're really, really flowing and flying. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then I know just last week, or beginning of the new year anyway, again, BBC sort of recognised your contribution to sort of music, the introducing. You made the most played sort of BBC introducing artists.
Yeah, we were both well chuffed with that.
Which was unreal. I actually couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Really?
I think, what were you? It was number 11 out of
900
and something, yeah.
Yeah, and that was only with like the 3 songs as well. So that was just incredible.
It's fantastic. Brilliant. So all in all, a reasonably successful year for yourself despite everything.
If you look back at it, we've actually done quite a lot.
Better than you think, really.
Ahead of the year when everything was sort of locked down, we've been able to utilise the time effectively and get some good music out there. And hopefully we can do the same again this year.
So you've touched already on a single release plan for February time. Fingers crossed. After that, it's
we've got two more ready.
2 more after that are ready.
One of which is Kirby's favourite of all time.
That's yet to come then.
Yes! Can't wait. Yeah.
Feel good factor. Absolutely fantastic. Well, that's about it for today. I'm absolutely honoured that you've joined us in the doghouse. It's been a great chat. It's been great catching up with you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Cheers,
Absolutely, and all the best for 2021.
Thank you.
I'll continue to enjoy your music. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Thanks for coming on the doghouse. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Cheers,
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Trying so hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Always wanna get it right, but I know that I gotta struggle. Never wanna stop the grind, but sometimes I gotta take my own advice. Not always feeling okay, but that's alright. Sitting on my own all day, questioning my life. I ain't gonna forget what made me feel so high, no. But I ain't gonna keep going strong until I die. I'm not giving up 'cause I don't wanna run away to tomorrow, baby. Leaving my yesterday in the past. Don't wanna fight away, make it last. I don't wanna run away. 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 Alone in my own headspace, I avoid causing trouble. Visualize what I want, if only it wasn't a bubble. Gotta keep going strong, remember what I've done. I don't wanna give up now, it's only just begun, no. not to feel low. But don't let today take your happiness away. Don't give up, keep pushing, don't give up, even